Arrogance of ignorance. Having a sort of an arrogance in your ignorance, it is a constraint, and what it does is it bounds your learning. It bounds the procedure of learning, and it limits it. What it does is you're not able to consume that quality of the content you were consuming before. That data, you cannot decipher that data anymore. If you're suffering from this disease, from the arrogance of ignorance, this is the right video for you. Yeah. So it is more like, it is the opposite of analysis paralysis. Yes, it is the opposite of the arrogance of ignorance. In the analysis paralysis, an observer, he digs deep, too deep, deeper than it is required to dig, and dive, and he dive to the depth of Mariana Trench in the analysis paralysis, and he drowns and die. That's what happened. Whereas on the other hand, in the arrogance of ignorance, the person, he does not, the observer, he does not care at all. And he says that I am fully aware of what lies in the ocean. I'm fully aware of the treasures that the ocean holds. That is the viewpoint and the point, and an opinion of the observer who is suffering from the disease of arrogance of ignorance. That's hell of a disease that bounds the person with the potential arrogance of ignorance, and he does not care about the treasures, the gems, the pearls that the ocean withholds in it. So therefore it is a problem. Yes. What is the way to figure it out? First of all, it is a sign of immature fucking tea. Yes, immaturity. That is the sign of it. You have to get above it. Yes, you have to get above your insecurity, your immature fucking tea, immaturity, and yes, it makes you believe that you know everything. Yes, arrogance of ignorance is a disease that makes you believe that you know everything. Do you want to have that sort of perspective in whatever the sector of life that you're in? If you have that you fucking knows everything and you have already mastered the craft, if you have that sort of belief, then what you have done is you have bound yourself. Your potential indeed is limited now, post you claiming your Mr. Smart. Are you that? Do you have to be Mr. Smart? There is no limit. The sky is the higher we soar, there is a different sky to explore. So therefore you got to know that, right? Whatever you're pursuing, you're not that smart. You got to know that there is always another titan. Yes, so therefore be humble in your craft, and You have to be a combination of bold and humble. You got to have that boldness in you. Yes, you got to know you have that, and know the sort of boldness you're going to have. You got to have that, right? It is necessary, but you also have to be humble so that you do not limit yourself. Yes, and there is more room to learn. You got to learn. Keep on learning and learning this game of life until, yeah, there is that. So make sure that there is always a room. There is always room to learn more. Otherwise, it is more like, yeah, have you seen the water? The water, it keeps on flowing, right? And whenever it stops the flow and the water body, it stays and settles, it becomes, it is not pure anymore if it is heated for a very long time. Yes, you got to have, you have to be a water body. Actually, you're 70% water, you do know that. And thanks to the Bruce Lee, be water, my friend. So yes, you got to have that momentum of learning. You cannot settle and say that, yeah, I know enough. I'm the master of my craft. Even if you are the master of your craft, the thing is that all your idols, yes, whatever they are, people that you idealize and think that they are the titans of the sector you're in, those people, the pattern that you will find same in all of them, the pattern that you have to recognize and say and consider the same, it is that they do things because they become their craft. Therefore, they do their things without letting any ignorance come. They don't let the ignorance, they don't let the high, they don't let themselves to be considered higher. They cooperate. They might be arrogant, yes, they might be arrogant when they're not involved and they're not engaged in the craft, yes. They will be arrogant when they're outside their craft. Yes, I have observed this pattern in the titans of each sector of life. Yes, they are arrogant, they are bold, they are shit talkers like Negan. Yes, they are like that. But they do it, they shit talk when they're not in the business, and they're more like in a state to enjoy. Yes, yeah, they're enjoying. So yes, but they're not arrogant or they are bold, yes, but they're not on the extreme level of, that yes, I know everything, overconfidence. It does not work like that. Yes, it's never worked like that in the history. So the arrogance of ignorance, it bounds. Majority of women, yes, women, they face this issue, yes, but they don't, yes, they're not even engaged in many crafts. Yes, but they are art themselves, so they don't need to engage in any other craft. That's what I think of women in general. They are art themselves, so they don't need to create another art. they do have a hand in creation. Like, this is me sitting here in front of you, an epitome of elegance. So yes, my mother had a hand in my creation. Yes, she was the vessel. So therefore their creativity is in their blood. They themselves are the embodiment of the creativity. Therefore they do not need to enter any. That's what I think in general. But the women that are in the fields, the sector, they suffer from this disease, the arrogance of ignorance, because they let their emotional side, the emotional sentiment overcomes their rationalization, their creativity. Yeah, that's what happens. But I think that they should be out of it. And men, they're fucking kids if they think that they know everything. Whatever they do, they know everything, and they finalize it as if it is a gospel, that they are the all-knower of the craft that they're in, whatever the thing that they are pursuing. Yes. So therefore you have to know that. You have to self-reflect. Know your limitations. You're a human. After all, a side of yours is human. Yes. Yes. And it is weak yet capable. Yes. One side of human. Emotions, they always engulf. Yeah. But the arrogance of ignorance, its solution is self-reflection, a raise in the level of immaturity can cause it to increase. Grow the fuck up, yeah. Man the fuck up. That will help you enter the playground, and you will know who knows who and who knows no. So yes, go out there and you will know how capable and how knowing you are. Yes, for the man that are suffering from this disease, the arrogance of ignorance, yeah, man the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Get outside in the real world and you will know what your limitations are, who you are. And for the women that are suffering from this disease, chill out. Yes, chill out. You yourself is an embodiment of craft. Do not get too serious in the craft, or you might lose your feminine energy that is supposed to be preserved. Chill out, enjoy the life. Yes, for the woman, that's what I would say. And for the man, grow up. Yeah, life will hit you, but you can be arrogant. You can enjoy the shit talking sessions with your friends when you're not in your craft, when you're no longer engaging your craftsmanship. Yeah, then you can withdraw from the craft and you just enjoy shit talk with the friends. You can do that. You can boast. Still immoral. Yeah, that's all it is. I might also talk on the analysis paralysis. Well, I have talked about that. The thing of talking, yes. Talking. It is another topic. Talking. You have no idea. For the men who love to talk, it is such a constraint, the talking thing. This whole the 15 the 20 minutes video. I'm getting accustomed to this. YouTube thingy, the social media thingy that I've decided to do, the provision of the value to do to my human fellows, to my earthly fellows. But this, I am not accustomed to talking, yes, and I didn't like it in the first place, the talking, and that's why I was not able to, upload for a long period of time. Yes, I liked writing, but I never liked talking at all. Yes, I don't like talking. I think that this is the most that I've talked in the whole day. Yes, these 15 minutes. Yeah. But now I've started to adore this art of articulation. Now I have started to adore it. Yes. And I'm finding that there is more to just talk. There is also mastery, a sort of mastery in this craft of articulation for the sake of the communication establishing between two individuals, for the data transferring, and there is always more room to grow. And I've come to a conclusion that it's not talking, there's more to it. But if you're in the basics of the production, the productivity, it stops. If you talk a lot, it happens, yes. So therefore I never liked talking in the first place. Yes. Not because that I'm, people might assume that I'm an introvert or an isolated personality. Yes, it is true that I like isolation, but I'm more of an ambivert, yes, not an introvert. I like facing my fears. And introverted people, they're scared of people. That's their perception. Whereas I, on the other hand, people are not to be scared of. Yeah. For me, it is more like pulling a gourd out of them. So therefore, whenever my consciousness tells me that I'm hesitating and I am afraid of something on a micro or macro level, I face it. Yes, I will never let my consciousness pull a gourd out of that. I will never let that. Mind my voice. Yeah. So yes. Arrogance of ignorance. That is a cool word. But you do know that, how to handle that. Self-reflect. Go out and you will know.